like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. The Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Iowa's offense will go on the attack first. Guys, I know some would have a hard time believing it, but Iowa scored more than 30 points in this game last year and won. Fifth straight against the Gophers, taking Floyd of Rosedale back to Iowa City. But again, they scored 31 points, David.
Yeah, and they scored 24 in the second half and just ran away with it. Running the football, Caleb Johnson, hold on. Yep, he just rushed for another first down. Like, had a great day a year ago. Like, they dominated. That is not Iowa-like. Jesse, I bet Minnesota and P.J. Fleck will have something to say about it today.
Yeah, when you think about Iowa's offense for years and years, that's been the running joke, right, in college football. But one thing we know about the Hawkeyes, they always play great defense. And in that game last year, they gave up less than 80 yards rushing. They also created 2 takeaways. They won the game on defense, and they're going to have to do that again today.
Now on first down from the 28. Give to the back. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Golden Gophers offense has the ball for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Golden Gophers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Gives it on the option. Spins away from the defender. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the 1st and 2nd quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the 2nd quarter. That is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Got out of trouble and throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. This rivalry between Iowa and Minnesota even predates Floyd of Rosedale. Goes all the way back to 1891, guys.
Crazy to think about a rivalry going that far. And it's passed down, and the uniforms changes, and the names change, but it's so cool, the history of this intact, people keeping track of the records, and it means something to those players back then and to these now.
Yeah, tradition, that's one of the things that makes college football the greatest sport in the world. And the fact that you get to have these trophy games, Floyd of Rosedale, are you kidding me? This is a game you've got to tune into.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the one down. He goes at the 39.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Hands it off. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Makes the grab. Worked his way out across the 35. Got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pulls it, fired complete. Looking for room at the 40. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Finds the tight end. There he goes! Tripped up for the tackle. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Looking for room. It's Moulton. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some edge-of-your-seat moments between the Gophers and Hawkeyes, and there's still 2 quarters to go in the fight for the Floyd of Rosedale. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Iowa plays out.
The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. Give to the running back. Just ran over it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The RPO, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Hauls it in. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Kick is in the air. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Quickly complete.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but man, that closed fast and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give. Oh, a lot of space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
To the air, it's Lindsey. They're setting up the screen and some room to work. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. Defense has been dominant. We reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Nobody's been able to get on the board as we check out the stats. It's easy to think back to 2014, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, the last time we had a game go into overtime as a scoreless tie. Let's see if that's the way this one goes as we start the 4th. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
I think think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. And the quick shuffle pass.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun to Gibb, looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Lindsey. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Gonna take a shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Quarterback on the keeper. Running into the open space. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lindsey. Got it behind the line, it's Taylor. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. Now the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
They booted away on 4th down. Catches it at the 15. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Pulls it in, it's Gill. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for space, it's Moulton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Makes the grab on the shuffle. They'll go with a quick touch pass. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They strike first here in overtime.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Trying to start the drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Touchdown, Iowa! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And they tacked on the extra point. We play on. First down here in the second overtime period. They run the reverse. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The Hawkeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And at this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll ride the hot hand. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to surge it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
A field goal only forces another overtime. They can win it on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime with a touchdown. So much to the chagrin of the Iowa Hawkeyes, it's Minnesota living high on the hog and bringing home the bacon and capturing Floyd of Rosedale. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.